Back, great to have you with us on SABC News. The Reverend Billy Graham, long known as America's pastor and among the best-known Christian evangelists in the world, has died at the age of 99.
Yeah, after a ministry spanning more than 60 years in which he counseled several U.S. presidents, a family spokesperson says Graham died this morning at his home in Montreat in North Carolina.
Graham has been described as the de facto chaplain of the White House, having interacted with several presidents since the tenure of Harry Truman, but most notably Richard Nixon. The spokesperson says his ministry reached some 77 million people in person, and a further 215 million watched his crusades on television around the world. President Donald Trump tweeted that there was nobody like him. Trump added that he would be missed by Christians and all religions, calling him a very special man.
I will bear the judgment on the cross for their sins.
Graham preached around the world with a striking stage presence and a bellowing preacher's voice, declaring that Jesus Christ was the only solution to the problems facing humanity, earning himself the nickname God's machine gun.
Show just a little bit of love and compassion.
He preached around the world, including the former USSR, North Korea and South Africa, where in 1973 he called for an end to apartheid. He held crusades in both Durban and Johannesburg in 1973, some 20 years after receiving initial invites to preach in the country. His message in a segregated country at the time was that Christianity was not a white man's religion, and insisted on integrated attendance at his crusades.
Now, Jesus was a man. He was human. He was not a white man. He was not a black man. He came from that part of the world that touches Africa and Asia and Europe, and he probably had a brown skin, very much like some of the Indian people here today. Christianity is not a white man's religion, and don't let anybody ever tell you that it's white or black. Christ belongs to all people. He belongs to the whole world. His gospel is for everyone, whoever you are.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. counted Graham as a close friend and ally, once remarking that had it not been for Graham's ministry, then his work in the civil rights movement would not have been as successful as it had been. Graham retired to his mountain home in Montreat, North Carolina in 2005, where he died early Wednesday. Bryce-Pease, SABC News,